Hi, this is Jason Bonham. And remember, you heard it on the X.
Ooh, Jason Bonham bringing us back. He was great.
He was great. And Led Zeppelin, that was a pretty good band.
They were all right. They were swell.
They're probably my favorite Lost band of that time.
Yeah, they're completely lost. Never hear any Zeppelin.
I never hear Black Dog on the radio.
Yeah. It's I always say there's not enough Procol Harum or Zeppelin.
Procol Harum, I put
Whiter Shade of Pale.
Whiter Shade of Pale on Facebook the other day.
We're going to welcome Kelly and Paul. And Paul, I want to remind everybody, too, Paul owns Park Avenue Imprints. And when we first started doing this show, which is a year ago, Paul was the very first one on board. And thank you so much for being a sponsor for a year, and I appreciate it so much.
Has it been a year already?
It's been a year,
wow.
yeah. Next 2 weeks will be a year.
Anniversary show?
We're starting to talk in full sentences now.
We're going to talk about it at the end of the show.
I can walk without a walker now.
Because there's a chance it could be an anniversary show, it could be the last show we do. Our contract's up, and so you never know. It's kind of the mystery cliffhanger because we're off next week.
Yeah, it's like the end of like a season of a TV show. We just leave it.
We're like Jersey Shores.
Oh my God,
sure.
It's nasty. That show's so nasty.
All right, so first question is before we get into it, 90s classic. I knew yours when I was coming in. I knew what it was going to be, but what is yours?
It's Umbop by
And
Hanson.
that's a lost classic.
That's absolutely. Where would you hear that?
You don't hear it.
In my car.
If you do hear it, it's
on my iPod.
I do hear that.
Actually, we had Fender Bender, who was on the live chat. He said Sex and Candy by Marcy Playground.
And that was Kim Maurice.
That was Kim Maurice.
On the way in, she said it.
And Kelly said Epic by Faith No More. And I think I have one. I don't know if this is lost, though.
What is it?
Push by Matchbox 20.
Is that lost, though? That seems like
I know. I don't.
That
That's
like 102 or something.
I don't know if you would consider it lost.
Wouldn't you hear? Yeah, I mean, I consider something that you don't hear. You're not going to hear it anymore.
All right,
unless you're playing it out of your office.
Like Crash Test Dummies, you don't hear them
like
anymore.
Like that.
Yeah. Is that the 90s? Was that the 90s?
Yes.
Was that the 90s?
Pretty sure that was 90s.
He's going to do this all day.
Marks all over. You remember that song?
No,
she had
that's
birthmarks all over her body.
I know, it's terrible.
She did. It was terrible. She couldn't change in the woman's dressing room because she had birthmarks all over her body, but I digress.
Here's the thing. A lot of people might think that this is a character that Josh plays, that this happens only during the hour of the show.
I'm actually calmer during the show.
You really are. This happens all day, every day. This is what you get 24 hours a day with Joshua. So, welcome, guys. And I want to talk about, you want to talk about your Choppers for Charity snow function.
Yes. As it's looking on a day like today.
Yeah,
we're super excited. We've been planning this pretty much since the end of last year's motorcycle run. It's April 30th, as you mentioned. We have the most amazing lineup of musicians this year.
It's killer.
We were talking outside, like, how did we put these bands together on this day?
Fill everybody in. Who's going to be there?
We have, starting at Native Pride, and first off, I'd really like to thank the people at Native Pride, JC Seneca, for everything this year. We are blowing this thing up. They're providing 2 stages this year, one out at Native Pride, and then the Raging Wolf full outdoor stage at Club Paradise, a newly remodeled Club Paradise, I might mention.
Which is going to be open and running by then, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
JC Seneca, Jack Salerno, that whole staff, they're great. We built a PA for them that's on that.
On the rig.
On the trailer. It's killer. It's a killer. I think it's the best sounding PA in Western New York, honestly. I really do. Real state-of-the-art system that they have. Pretty cool.
Yeah, we have, opening at Native Pride, we have Willie Mae. And then coming back to Club Paradise after the run, we have the Blues Hounds. We have Black Widow. We have Johnny James Band. And we have Hit and Run. Closing out the night.
That's an amazing lineup of music. It's fantastic.
I don't know that we could have done a lot better than that.
Yeah, that's huge.
You can't.
Along the way.
I mean, that's and it's really a wide array. I mean, if blues people are happy, legendary Black Widow, been around forever, and still, I mean, we just seen Lana last week. Amazing. I mean, she might be singing better now than she ever has.
I wouldn't disagree.
Yeah, just amazing. And Hit and Run Mark is just incredible.
Again, that machine turns, right?
Consistent, man. We've talked about that. The recipe for success is
follow Hit and Run.
Is Hit and Run. They know what they're doing, and I'll bet that Mark is successful in just about any endeavor he's on.
Exactly.
Does.
Exactly.
So it starts at Native Pride,
right?
And the bikes go to Club Paradise. What time does it start at Native Pride?
We're going to start doing registration at 11 o'clock, and we're going to do kickstands up at 2. It's about a 45-minute ride, depending on how many bikes, the weather. The more bikes we have, a little bit longer it'll take, just getting the bikes from point A to point B. But the Red Knights Motorcycle Club, New York Chapter 21, is going to be helping us out. They've come on board this year and been great. They've been moving Feed for Five tickets. They've been moving event tickets, which are only $10 to come see that lineup.
That's incredible.
$10. You're going to pay $5 to cover most places in Buffalo, go see a good band, and
Yeah.
our ticket is $10 all day. It includes going on the bike run. If you want to take your bike up the Native Pride, you start at $10.
So, how many bikes do you think? This is an annual event, right? This is growing and growing.
11th annual. This will be our 11th year.
So, how many went last year? Just hypothetically, how many bikes?
I think we had between 300 and 400. It's tough.
That's a lot.
That's a huge number of bikes.
Yeah, that's humongous.
Yeah. We had nice weather last year. It was 72 degrees and partly cloudy, which is for April. That's good.
Well, I've already guaranteed
take it.
86. So don't
we
worry about
heard we heard Josh isn't so optimistic.
I said 70s. I just don't want to be sweaty while I'm riding my tricycle, like following them.
We should do that. You should actually join
I
us.
should just bring a bike, like a bicycle.
Like a 10-speed or
Yeah.
something.
Josh in a sidecar, somebody's
handles.
sidecar.
Yeah, and I'm just pedaling away.
That'd be great. Is there anybody with a sidecar that could take
Oh, I'm sure.
videotape you?
I'm sure.
That would be funny.
Awesome.
Could you imagine me in a sidecar?
I could.
I would cause so much havoc.
Jeepers.
I think a Sniper 15 has a motorcycle. You could ride in Sniper.
So
15
you guys know about this, right?
I did the shirts for it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, but you know about this whole story, don't you?
I do not know about
When you were on last time, which is a month ago, 2 months ago,
It was 2 months
it
ago.
was before the 80s party.
It was February.
I gave the 2-month heads up on the tour dates.
That's right. We during the commercial break, you and Joshua, Kelly and Joshua, were talking, and we had talked about the Dave. You're a huge Dave Matthews fan. There's photos of you and Dave Matthews on your Facebook.
Yes.
So both of you are huge Dave Matthews fans. So Paul and I couldn't even get in the conversation.
Yeah, we were just sharing stories and stuff.
Right. So Josh decides he had found out earlier the tour dates that were going to happen. This really mini tour date schedule. So he read them on the air. When we posted it on our YouTube channel, these Dave Matthews fans, a lot of them went crazy because it was like we had spoken against Jesus Christ or something.
They got really mad.
It was really unbelievable. So this one guy was just unduly merciless. I mean, merciless. We can't even repeat the stuff that was said.
If his mom would have caught him on her computer typing that stuff, he would have been grounded for at least 2 weeks.
Washed his fingers out.
So we created a theme song for him, and
the staff went to work on him.
yeah, with a bunch of research, found out he
worked at Chick-fil-A. We had all this stuff on him.
That's good stuff.
like the amount of information that he got on this guy was unbelievable, and he had like 8,000 posts.
Yeah, just on the Dave Matthews, the one fan site.
8,000 posts. And John
posts.
Mayer
and John Mayer, and then there was like a literature website and some other stuff. But basically, he's just a very angry human being who, had a rough childhood, apparently. He was bullied a lot, so now he likes to cyberbully other people. So we gave it back to him.
Yeah, so basically we had a theme song for him, and we had some nice harp music playing, and we had Joshua read some of his posts, some of his, obviously the keepers, that it was pretty good. But and then we never heard from him again after that.
Yeah, he ran away pretty fast.
Yeah, he's probably hope he didn't hang himself or anything. It would be
No,
terrible.
that'd be terrible.
In his parents' basement.
Yeah. No,
No.
he's definitely in his parents' basement.
Oh, yeah, no, he definitely is. He said that. That was on his post.
That's where I got that from. Maybe
on
from
his
listening
post,
to the
he
show.
was in his parents' basement talking about how Free Fallin' is the best song ever written.
Oh, that's right.
Because how can you not love Free Fallin'?
So, anyways, that's the Sniper 15. You're responsible for it.
Yeah,
Thank
this
you.
is your fault, Kelly.
Thank you for
So
mentioning.
You've been working like crazy on this, Cal. I mean, you really have. You guys just worked so much on this, and the end result of this is the Food Bank of Western New York, correct?
Absolutely.
So all the proceeds, are obviously after expenses are gonna benefit Food Bank of Western New York.
Yeah, for this the 11th year, that's what it's for. Our good friend Dave O, and I would try to pronounce his last name, but it reads like an eye chart. And so I'm not going to even attempt it, but that's how it started. And people, when it first started, people would bring food to get into the event. They would bring canned food, and there'd be live music, and that was cool. And it's just over the years, it's just slowly progressed into what it is now, where there's a chance, an opportunity for better bands. Not to say the bands we had in the past weren't great, but just more entertainment for your money.
That's
And
good.
yeah, it's great. And then this is just kind of the build up from the very beginning of.
I know
what
that
they
this.
started.
I'm going to put you on the spot here, but how many how how many meals can you give? Do you have a calculation of that, or do you have any idea what one of these events will do for the food bank?
Well, our goal from the very beginning, we started the Feed for Five raffle, which is basically it's a $5 ticket, and we've been selling the $5 ticket. There's 100 prizes, the top one being a 55-inch flat screen TV, but all the other prizes are donated from local businesses and everything. But we talked with Mike Belani from the food bank. $5 provides 27 meals.
Wow.
So our goal this year, where we've set our sights, has been 100,000 meals this year with this event, and there's no reason we're not going to hit it.
Yeah. 100,000 meals. That's fantastic.
That's great. And you guys really put a lot of work into it. And I mean, you guys work on every event that you do. You just put your heart and soul into it.
This one's a little trickier, just being an outdoor event than when it may not look like it does outside right now.
We covered our bases with that as well, though. We chose a venue that has so many different opportunities. I mean, obviously, if the weather's like it is today, we can put the whole event inside. All the bands can play inside.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point.
There's 4 different rooms that we can have different things going on to if we needed to. But even if it's just a chilly day, we have tents, we have heaters, we have everything. So if people really want to be outside and it's 50, 60 degrees out, they can still come outside. That's the idea, is to still encourage people to go regardless of the weather. 50, 60, we still have tents, we're covered, it's going to be great. And if it's a little too cold, and all the bands can play inside.
Right.
There's 2 stages,
You're covered either way.
We're covered no matter what.
And it's a rain or shine event. It's going to happen either way.
It's going to happen. People are going to show up either way.
People will ride either way.
Years.
There's guys that they will ride in the snow.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
They'll ride from their house to Club Paradise instead of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll do whatever. They will come out and support this cause because they know it's a great party. They know it's a great time. It's the first event of the year. So, of course, they want to, go on the run. But if they can't, they still know that it's a great time. And this year, the lineup is just extraordinary. And we've gotten such tremendous support from people like you.
The $10 ticket is worth just worth the entertainment, I think. It really is.
If they buy in advance, they're $10. The day of, they're $15. But, we've already sold a few hundred tickets because people are excited about the event. And we just started selling them a few days ago.
And like you say, with the Raging Wolf stage there, this is going to be like an outdoor
full production deal.
Yeah, huge concert. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, we couldn't do this without Native Pride. There's no way.
Yeah, I think that either way you can't lose on this event, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And like you say, if you end up inside Paradise, you get to see the new Club Paradise too, which is cool.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The money you put in there. Tickets are available. Numerous locations, the Music Exchange being one of them.
Yeah, that's right.
You can go to our website, www.foodbankrun.com, not CO. I know that is the new.
It's the new .com.
I know it's the new
You
.com.
should just get it.
Josh calls me every morning. And
after you call me, I call Paul.
And you can buy tickets right online. You can get them at tickets.com. A number of other locations are Park Avenue Imprints, of course, Native Pride Travel Plaza, Style and Tattoo, Chugger Sports Bar, Kettles.
That's cool.
North Park.
Yeah.
So what is it? It's Food Bank. What's the website?
Foodbankrun.com.
I'm just writing that down, Rich.
Okay. Foodbankrun.com. We got to go to a commercial break, but quickly, tell me about the 80s party, because we had prior engagements. The 80s party was just a massive success, right?
Ridiculously successful.
Yeah, it was just, people were talking about it for, he went, you went.
Yeah, I went with your son, Richie.
And you were sick that night.
I was sick, yeah.
We raised enough money to send 40 kids to Cradle Beach Camp this summer.
No kidding.
From
Good
that
for
event
you
alone.
guys.
And we had nothing but positive feedback from that event. So much so we're going to duplicate what we did this year, next year, and do it like
Bigger.
almost,
Yeah.
just bigger. That's the only major difference. It's going to be bigger.
When me and Richie were leaving, we were already planning for the next year.
I'm firmly convinced
we
that it's
wanted
going
to
be
wear
the replacement for the disco.
We wanted
sure.
to wear our 80s outfits year-round until the next one. Because, I looked really good in it anyway.
You did. Yeah, you looked stellar.
I still have it.
I'm convinced, though, that that's going to be the replacement for the disco. And you and I had conversations where it's just like we said, the 90s, a lost 90s weekend to me seems like the 90s were yesterday, but...
No, the 80s party's just, the sky's the limit for that particular event. And the main question we got asked after the event was, are you guys going to do this again next year? I hope you're going to do it next year, because all my friends are disappointed they didn't go. And even some of our sponsors that we comp tickets to for being sponsors, the employees that went back to work. They were telling everybody about it, like, oh, we should have gone to that
Yeah,
thing.
I think it's going to be massive. It's going to be massive. So that's great. What else has Buffalo Charities got? Are you guys going to take a break for the summer, or are you going to?
I don't think we know how to take a break.
Yeah, I mean, after the Chopper for Charities event, do you have a?
Yeah, we're actually we're going to be working with the Seven Chances organization, the Buffalo Police Association, and the Buffalo Bisons. We're putting together a benefit for Team Gary. You both
Team
mentioned
Gary,
that
that's right.
a few weeks ago on the show. We were doing the Team Gary shirts and everything to support Officer Gary Sangbush, who was critically injured by a drunk driver on February 25th.
Yeah.
Of this year, and Gary's doing much better. He's in rehab right now, but he, as they've stated, has some physical and financial challenges ahead of him. And June 30th is that event at the ballpark, and we'll keep you posted on what's going on with that.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
we'll
great.
get on the show once before that.
Absolutely, by all means. So we've got April 30th. The bike run is going to start at Native Pride on the Seneca Indian Reservation. J.C. Seneca's place.
Yep.
That's a great place, too,
Awesome.
by the way.
Beautiful.
And then it's going to go up to Club Paradise.
Right.
Music, food, bands, food,
Special guest.
beer, food.
A hot air balloon if
Maybe
the weather, if the
hot
weather
air balloon,
permits,
too?
we got a hot air balloon.
So
What are you going
I'm-
to do with the
I'm-
hot air balloon?
I'm-
Like rides?
Can I ride it?
Tethered rides.
Can I get a sidecar attached to the hot air balloon?
I think we're going to have great video from this event.
This is going to be great.
awesome.
I'm going to be riding a sidecar,
You can go
a hot
up
air
with a
balloon.
camera and
Forget the sidecar. Do the
Nope.
balloon.
Can I do both? I can't do
If
both.
you could, yeah, I guess.
I'm feeling crazy. I might even skydive that day.
We're going to take a small commercial break. I want to thank you guys so much for coming
Thank
on.
you.
I want to thank Paul again. Thank you so much for being a sponsor of the show. Park Avenue Imprints is where you want to go for T-shirts, any of your printing needs. Paul his staff is great. He's great. It's a wonderful facility, and I don't know how he gets anything done because he's always doing some kind of charity
I just
event.
said that about you out in the hallway.
I don't know how Paul does, but stick around, folks. On the other side, Tommy Clufettos, Heard It on the Ox.